bringing you classic gaming.
Like, there's actually two games going on at once right now. What the f*** is going on? Like, what the fuck? Yo! Yo! There's actually two games going on right now! I don't know who's guarding me!
Bro, so as y'all know, season 2 just dropped, and Ronald and brains thought it was a good idea to reset. Bro, look at this shit. Resetting our record. Like, what? What the f? Who does that?
What is happening right now? 2K said you don't like the game.
NBA 2K has reigned as one of the biggest sports gaming franchises in the world, with a heavy emphasis on illustrious presentation as well as simulation-style basketball. They truly set the bar for the future of the sports gaming industry. With NBA 2K24, for a long-time OG like myself of the NBA 2K product, I feel like I can honestly say 2K Sports is moving in the wrong direction. Let's, quickly look back at the history of 2K. From the originals on Dreamcast, where the differing ideas and styles spawned an empire, to the mid-2000s, where the ESPN naming right turned the game into a contender with NBA Live, into the late 2000s, where gameplay saw drastic improvements on the Xbox 360 as well as the PlayStation 3. During this time, 2K debuted 24/7 mode, where competitors traveled the nation with your creative player. That leads us to the game mode that is taking away from this franchise series. And that is the entertaining, yet infamous, My Career. I go by the name of Biz Biller, this is BYC Gaming, and welcome to a little conversation about NBA 2K24 and modern and 2Ks in general. In NBA 2K10, the series debuts a brand new My Career mode that features the character in his journey from the scouting combine all the way to the NBA draft and into the National Basketball Association. In the early stages of NBA 2K, they structured the game to where most of the attributes were earned through play, creating a slow grind and a slow process on the court with limited features. In the initial releases of the My Career mode in the early 2010s, the mode was a mega success and became a go-to for basketball fans worldwide. As we now move to the prime of current generation gaming consoles, we now step into an era where cash is king in the gaming industry. That is no different in NBA 2K24. There are a lot of thoughts we will break down in this video, including what is taking away from what is an otherwise solid game. We look to dive into what is the good, the bad, and the ugly. If you saw our AEW Fight Forever review, right along the same lines. The good things about NBA 2K24 are evident. The illustrious presentation from some of the best broadcasters in all of sports. The fun and realistic gameplay that brings the excitement that is NBA basketball. And an assortment of game modes to play with friends and strangers from across the globe. With the addition of modes such as My NBA, My Team, plus a bunch of ways to compete from Play Now to Blacktop. Nonetheless, the reason you, your friends, and most people pick up NBA 2K games is to play My Career. Are you a rec competitor who enjoys the 5v5 competition, against some of the best that matchmaking has to offer? Or are you a park competitor who loves putting up highlights, crossovers, pulling jump shots from ridiculous range? Or do you simply enjoy running up the numbers and statistical achievements that my career has to offer. No matter what, whatever kind of my player you are, your name is probably MP. Well, it has been for the last 2 years running. You're probably on a team, whether the rec or the park, where you gotta fight to prove you're the best. And lastly, you're probably investing a lot of money into this character. Microtransactions have completely ruined what was one of the best sports gaming franchises in the world. Now let's be clear, I'm going to speak from my own perspective. This may not be your experience with NBA 2K. I have played my career consecutively since NBA 2K. That's right, the one with Kobe Bean Bryant on the cover. I even go back to the OG AI one. Yeah, I'm old.
Big whoop, wanna fight about it?
Each season, I create 2 characters. A point guard to help the offense when I play reg, when I play park, or wherever I'm needed. My second is my main character. It's usually a paint dominant center. That's where I'm most comfortable. Over the years, 2K has incentivized fans who get the deluxe editions of the game. In my case, I live out of market for my favorite NBA team and can no longer watch my New York Knicks on local TV. With that said, I find myself invested in the League Pass edition of 2K yearly, so I can watch my team and also get a jump on my career. 2 birds, 1 stone. Lately, that investment is not enough to get my character where he needs to be. Well, to compete at least. Personally, I work a lot of hours in a 7-day week, and I find it hard to commit time to grinding my player. Although I don't mind, there are instances where I just need to get to the rec quickly after release day, in case my teammates, co-workers, friends want to run. So you'll never hear me complain that 2K gives you the option to push your player upwards with cash. The problem in that lies where players are now being forced to spend an abundance of money to improve attributes, clothing, animations, appearance, and other essential features in my career. This has created an arms race among players where gamers feel it's necessary and almost mandatory to invest as much as is needed to start off in the 90s with the flyest kicks, the hardest tattoos, and all the other bells and whistles that many of the stores and the shops offer in the city. Even me admitting I'm a part of the problem, skipping the line to build a character, there's no denying the problem is we're all just spending way too much. What made NBA 2K's My Career great was the many ways to compete and innovative affiliations such as River City, Old Town, and Sunset Beach. Now these things are trying to be replicated, but they lack creativity, man. With unbalanced gameplay and a rat race to see who can compete to become 99 first. The season system is flawed. It is now also catered to cash grabbing, as players now can pay their way to a level 40 rep in these 2K streets. Oh, so a level 40 rep doesn't attract you? Can I interest you in the 2K monthly subscription service? Nah. We all know this is the biggest issue with the mode. I believe it was very well spoken about by IGN in their perspective review of the release. I've always loved the game for its realism. The same can't be said for my career. I have never seen such a divided community when it comes to the shooting mechanics. First, depending on your height, ratings, and position, you may not be able to equip that saucy jump shot you like. Look at the community of hoopers online daily. On one end of the spectrum, there are 2K shooters who know their form like the back of their hand. The other side is home to guys who cannot perfect the same release from online to offline gameplay and vice versa. Defense isn't the worst for us big men. It's great as far as in the paint and rebounding interior defense. All I have to do is box out and make sure I'm strong enough to push my opponent out of bounds. As the developers thought, being pushed out of bounds should be an emphasis this year. Exhibit A and Exhibit B provided here. Another big problem in my opinion is the lack of creativity. For the last few releases, we had the same name, MP. We've had the theater, the park, the rec, the pro-am, and the universe Universal Studio-esque yearly theme park city, such as this year's South Beach inspired look. I mean, kudos for the addition of rides and Elite, but honestly, why are we playing on a Star Wars battleship or a Greek-themed basketball court? Why not give us affiliations related to the NBA franchise that we represent? That would be a great way to recruit for NBA's 2K League. And also would just remove the default city idea. We have the same NBA cities in the game every year. Why not have 30 plus small cities based upon its NBA franchise? Think about that. A city with a few courts, maybe some local themes, think like Texas and Cowboys, whatever. Practice facilities, and all the other nostalgic stuff that 2K throws in there. Anyone else find it weird that when you walk out of your gym for whatever team you represent, it looks like you should be playing for the Heat? Lastly, there's a few things I call shouldn't be's. There shouldn't be glitches in the middle of a possession of a My Career matchup against the computer in a game that I invest so much money into annually. There shouldn't be paywalls for me to accessorize my wristbands, headbands, and things that NBA players literally wouldn't pay for, even if they were in AAU. I shouldn't have to wait in the park for 15 to 20 minutes to get a game because some guys who just happen to be in a squad together remove me from the got next spot, even if I've teamed up with two randoms already. And finally, I shouldn't have to make these complaints about a game that has no competition in the NBA gaming realm. And it's not Ronnie 2K's fault. It's our fault. We support, we pay, we game with our friends, complain for a few weeks, and tough it out because it's our only option. I know you Madden fans can relate all too well. I go by the name of BizBilla. This is BYC Gaming, and when you with us, we in control.